Okay, this is the listing of all my Blu-ray movies up to date. There's quite a few here. Most of them I got just because I really wanted to get. There's a few I got just because it was there, but most of them I got because I really wanted to. First up is X-Men: The Last Stand, and I got this. I thought it was a good movie. It wasn't great, but I did not have it in DVD, and so I figured I'll get it in Blu-ray, and it certainly looks really good in Blu-ray. Next is Wild Hogs, and the real reason why I got this, I saw it in theaters, and there's some funny parts in it. I did not like the movie as a whole, but it looks really good in Blu-ray, and it was only like $10, so I thought I get it, watch it every once in a while. It's pretty good though. Next is Wheel in the Night. Just recently came out, and this is another really good movie. It looks really good in Blu-ray, and there's some decent special features on there. So definitely a definite Blu-ray buy. Next is Underworld, and this is one of the movies. It was like $12, and I had the DVD of it. But I figured with this type of movie, it would look really good in Blu-ray, which it does. And it imports all the special features from the DVD, so there's no waste in getting the Blu-ray at all. It really looked good. Then we have Troy, which compared to the DVD, the Blu-ray is just a must-have. This is the extended cut. And there's a whole bunch of special features on here. I was surprised, which is quite different than the 2-disc DVD that I had. And the visuals are amazing compared to the DVD, and there's some surprises along the way with the added scenes and the alternate angles. A definite must-have. Then TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I thought this was a pretty good movie, better than I thought it would be. I rented the Blu-ray first and then I bought it. The animation and Blu-ray effects are certainly worth the money alone. And I thought it was a pretty good movie. There were some low points, but for the most part, it was better than I thought it would be. Next is Terminator 2. And this only has a few special features, like a couple commentaries, but if you're going to get this, keep the DVD if you already have it, because the DVD has all the special features. The main reason why I got this is, I think, one of the best movies ever made, and it looks good in Blu-ray. It's not a huge jump from a DVD to Blu-ray, but it's definitely worth getting if you're a fan of the movie. Next is Superman Returns. And I thought this was a good movie. There's definitely nothing wrong with it. I'm not the biggest fan of Superman, but for a Superman movie, I thought this was good. And there's some pretty good special features on here. And it looks really good in Blu-ray again, as most of the movies do. So, the main reason why I got it was because I didn't have it. Then we have the 2-disc edition of Superbad. And that's saying a lot. If there's 2 discs on it for a Blu-ray, there's got to be lots of bonus features, in which this does. And surprisingly, this movie is pretty much perfect picture quality on Blu-ray. And Superbad is not one of those movies that you buy because the picture quality is good, but being a fan of movies, you want to get the best that's available, so that's why I got Superbad on Blu-ray, and it certainly looks good. Next is one of the better looking Blu-rays. Probably of all the Blu-rays out there, it's probably in the top 10 of best looking Blu-rays, and that's Sunshine. This is a movie with mostly dark colors, lots of greens and grays, and really the only yellows and oranges in the movie is the sun. And when you see the sun in the movie, it really pops off the screen. And the movie itself is really, I wouldn't say it's underrated because lots of people liked it. anybody who sees this really, really likes it. It's just one of those movies that just came to the theaters and went. And it's sad because it's movies like this and movies like Oscar winners that are really good, but everybody else goes sees the crap. But definitely pick this up. Up next is another 2-disc Blu-ray. It's Spider-Man 3. And the movie it's not the greatest movie for a third part in a movie trilogy, and they're probably going to make a few more Spider-Mans. For being the third part, it's really good. There's some lows in it, but for the most part, it's definitely really watchable and it's good to sit through. And on Blu-ray, it really shines compared to the DVDs because if you just watch the scenes with the Sandman character, you can see each individual little pebble, and it's nice to see on Blu-ray. Then we have Sleepy Hollow, and for some reason, this is hard to find on Blu-ray. You cannot go down to a Best Buy or somewhere like that and pick it up for some reason. And if you get it online, it's hard to find it cheaper than $20. It's amazing. I finally found it for $12, and that was through some big savings I had to go through. But the Blu-ray, people will not like the picture quality if they do not understand the picture quality. And there's some heavy film grain throughout the entire thing, but it was filmed like that, and I like the film grain in this movie because it makes it look good. So personally, I would give this like 4 stars out of 5 for a Blu-ray picture. But some people may think otherwise, but as a movie, this is one of my favorite movies. And it's not a horror movie, I don't think, because it's not really scary. It's just more of a kind of a thoughtful movie, I guess you can say. Then we have Shoot 'Em Up, and this looks, definitely 5 stars out of 5 stars for Blu-ray picture. I really like the movie. Some people put it down because they thought it was too cliched or so forth, but that's the whole point of it. I mean, there's a particular scene in the movie when they say, how does this guy know exactly where to go? And the other guy says, he just does. And that's the whole point of the movie. Things just happen because it's an action movie. It's not really a spoof of action movie, but in a way it kind of is. But it's really good. There's lots. You will not be bored if you watch this movie, that's for sure. So definite buy. And then part of the Stanley Kubrick collection that came out to Blu-ray is The Shining. And this is a definite must if you get this. It looks really good on Blu-ray. It's not the greatest picture quality, but almost being 30 years old, it still looks good. What's really nice about this is widescreen, unlike previous DVDs were all full screen, and some really good special features. So definite must have. Then we have Stir of Echoes, and again, this is one of my favorite movies because it kind of, not many people, I would say would have this on their favorites list. Lots of people like the movie, but it's kind of like on my favorite list of maybe not really good movies, but it's one of my favorites just because for whatever reason I saw it at a time when certain movies really struck me. And it's not the greatest picture quality. I mean, it's a 1999 movie, but it still looks good. Good. Definite upgrade from the DVD. So I would get this if you're a fan of the movie. If you're not a fan of the movie, then don't get it, of course. But if you like this movie, definitely get the Blu-ray.